Software is powerful, but it is not the engineer. In this video, we move into interactive design where we verify every software output using fundamental engineering principles. We don't just accept the result, we check the bending moment, the shear force, the utility ratio, the area of steel required, the area of steel provided, and provided reinforcement to ensure that everything is safe and logical. Because in structural engineering, software assists, but the engineer decides. Miracle Okeke Richard. Welcome to SamGoz Engineering, and in this channel, we help you develop the required skills and enhance your knowledge to elevate your engineering career. So if this is what you want, you can quickly subscribe. In our previous video, we did the analysis and design of this, and we saw that all of them are passing. But I mentioned something. Even though all of them are passing, please make sure you carry out your interactive design, which is what all this video is all about. But if you have not watched that video, please make sure you watch it so you understand everything, because in that I explain the difference between analysis and design, and also how to go about your analysis and design. Then if you have not watched the structural framing, also watch the structural framing and then watch the modeling so you understand the inner calculus of structural design. So for the interactive design, I'll come over to my plan view. So I'll like to do story one first. So coming over to my plan view, I will also like to turn on my design status. I will click on visual interrogation, then I'll come over to design status, click on it, then I will click on what? Okay. So as you can see, everything is passing, but I've already said if everything is passing, please make sure you carry out your what? Interactive design. So I'll come over to this beam. I want to interact with this beam first. I'll right click on what? Section design. So I'll wait for everything to open. So let's wait for it to open. Section design. So this is what we're having. I'm having 2y16. Everything is good. Everything is good. But once you're having this type of a thing, please, what you should do is come over to this point, click on select bars, then click on pattern 5. Click on pattern 5. So we'll have it like this, because aside, if you're arranging your reinforcement, you'll be having it straight. So click on what? Pattern 5. So you have it right there. So I'm okay with what I'm seeing here. So I'll click on what? Okay. I'm good with this. Then I'll come and carry the interactive design of this. Right click again, click on what? Section design. I'll click on section design. Let's wait for it. I'll come and click on pattern 5. Pattern 5. Please make sure you do that, because outside everything is arranged straight. So I'm having 2y16, 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 2y16 all through. I'm okay with it. I'll click on what? Okay. I'll click on okay. I'll also come over to this point. I'll right click again, click on what? Section design. I'll click on section design, then I'll click on pattern 5 again. I wish that one of our beam will fail, so I'll show you how to resolve a failed beam. So look at it. I'm okay with it. 2y16. I'm okay with it. I'll click on what? Okay. I'll click on okay. Then after that, I'll come over to this beam. I'll right click again, click on what? Section design. I'll click on section design. So this is what I'm having. I'll also come over to this pattern 5. Click on pattern 5. Let's wait for it. So this is what I'm having. 2y16, 2y16. I'm okay with this. So I'll click on what? Okay. So I'll zoom out. I'll also come over to this one. I believe that this one should be good because they are symmetrical. So they are symmetrical. So I'm still having this. I'll also click on pattern 5. Click on pattern 5. To arrange my beam well. So this is what we are going to do throughout. Then let me do the interactive design of this 6-meter beam. So I'll click on what? Section design. I'll click on section design. So look at what I'm having. I'm having this. Then I'm having 3y16 here. So with this 3y16, I'm having okay. Let me also say something. I'm having 37. Okay, remember, first of all, I'm located in an African country, and so I know that most of all these African, the production, they tamper with quality in the sense that they are trying to make gain. So what they normally do is that your 4y60, the strength of 4y60 might no longer be 4y60. You might be getting it at 410 or so. And then also maybe they tell you that this is diameter 16. If you go to market, they'll tell you this is diameter 16, but by the time you measure it, you see that thing will be around that kind of diameter 14 or diameter 13. So for that reason, we do ensure that our area of steel provided is above 100. That the area of steel provided is above 100. So I'll come over and click on this, increase this to 100, increase this thing by 1. So this is now 4y16. Okay, if you have stayed to this point, I'll like to explain some things to you so you get to understand. So these things that we're having here is the area of steel required. This 141.39, 132.61. These are the area of steel required. Why these ones are the area of steel provided? These are the area of steel provided. So what it means is that these are the excess area of steel. So it is this excess that we are telling you that it should not be more than 100. So that it should not be less than 100. It is this essence that will say that it should not be more than, it should not be less than 100 because of in our country they tamper with quality. They tamper with quality. But if you are in all this US, America, Canada, yes, well we are sure that they don't tamper with quality. Their Y16 is Y16, 460 is 460. Yeah, you can go on with anything that the software gives you. But if you're located in an African country, please make sure that this is not less than 100. Please make sure, take note of that. And okay, I would also like to explain this one. This is diffraction. Okay, if a beam fails in diffraction, what are you going to do? What you are going to do is that you increase that beam depth. That's you come over to this, come over to this point, come over to this point, and then increase the beam depth. Increase the beam depth. From here, you increase the beam depth. But our beam is not failing in diffraction. Yeah, so we are not increasing the beam depth. But if a beam fails in diffraction, it doesn't mean that that beam will collapse. No, it means that that beam will deflect while carrying the load. The only time your building will, the only time the beam will fail or will collapse is if it is failing in this area of stay. If it is failing in this area of stay, that means it will collapse. But if it is failing in differential, what it means that it's going to deflect while carrying that load. But we always advise to increase your beam dimension or your beam depth, because if for example now assuming there is a window on that, assuming that that beam is under a window, so if that beam should deflect, it will cause crack on your block wall, and that crack will be visible. And remember, if anybody is living in anywhere that is having cracks on block wall, they will not feel comfortable living in that area. So that's why we always ensure that even if it fails in diffraction, yeah, you should increase the what beam depth. Okay, with this now I would like to introduce you to my 10 days intensive structural design and detailing masterclass. Yeah, it's a course that we created and it is designed to last for 10 days, but it doesn't mean that if you are not able to complete it within 10 days that you no longer have access to the course. You have a lifetime access to the course. So in the course we went from structural framing down to detailing. We did staircase detailing and slab detailing, even the sectioning of slab. How to do everything was well detailed and explained in that course. So I will advise you get it. And so the course comes with a lot of bonuses. The free CV template in case you are a young structural engineer. You see how your CV should be structured. You also get not just a free CV template, you also get the software given to you, and then you'll get the detailing template. That's Stonebridge 2024. So these are the bonuses that comes with the course. I will advise you to take advantage of that course. Yes, take advantage of it, because you know in this YouTube channel we are being restricted by time most of the time. Yes, we are being limited by time, and so in that course you get to learn everything about everything here will be well explained. Do you want to master structural design and detailing in just 10 days? I created a course where I carried out the full structural design of this residential building from start to finish. In this 10-day structural design masterclass of this residential building, we carried out the structural framing, modeling, analysis, and design every structural members. We analyze the forces acting on them and design reinforcement to counter those forces. From there, we move into foundation detailing, part-based detailing, column detailing, slab detailing, even staircase detailing. We also section and detail our staircase and slab. And finally, I showed how to print and present your drawing professionally. This course is highly in-depth because I poured out my knowledge about structural design into it. Honestly, it's more in-depth than all the free structural design videos on YouTube. And think about it, if my free lessons here on YouTube are already this good, just imagine my paid courses. This is all you need to become a confident, competent structural engineer. It is an investment you will never regret in this life, because remember, the greatest investment with the highest return is the one you make on yourself. And the good thing is this course is highly affordable because I consider the fact that most of you are still students. The link to this course is in this video description. It is the first link you will see. Go and enjoy every bit of the lesson. Do you want to master structural design in 10 days? This course will get you there. Yeah, what this means, I know I've explained this one, but okay, this one is link. If your this thing should fail in link, what you are going to do is that you decrease the link. Then if it keeps on failing, what you are going to do next is to increase your beam depth. Yeah, but all these things are well explained in the course, because sometimes and we're being restricted by time in this YouTube channel. So I will advise you to get the course and learn every single thing in detail. So that's how to solve everything here. If the link should fail, you decrease the link or increase the beam depth. Then if it is failing in spacing, that's here. If it is that's it. If it is failing in spacing, that's if it is less than 20 millimeter. If it is, for example, now, okay, let me just increase this. Let me increase it by one more time. So if it's not, this is now less than 20 millimeter. What it means is that, okay, for example, our coarse aggregate, that's our coarse aggregate we normally use as site is what 3/4. that's what 20 mm is 3/4 20 mm. So if you're having anything less than 20, it means that the coarse aggregate will not be able to pass through that reinforcement. That's just the meaning. It means that the spacing provided, that's the coarse aggregate, will not be able to pass through, because this signal is spacing. What it means that the spacing between your reinforcement here is 18.8. That's the meaning. That means if you have anything less than 20, it means that your coarse aggregate will not be able to pass through. So we always advise, make sure that this spacing is not, even if it's fading, it should not be less than 20. In case it is less than 20, what you are going to do now, what you are going to do is that you come over and add another bar here, and then decrease this one by what, 4. Yeah, that's what you are going to do. In case it is less than 20, you do it like this, it will not pass. So but our own is not less than 20. 4 is okay for us, so we are good to go. Remember, you can get the paid course and learn all these things in detail. So like this, I'll click on what, okay, I'll click on okay. I'll also like to still shake on this beam. I'll click and say click on what, section design. I'll click on section design. Remember, you come over to this and click standard pattern 5. Yeah, everything is okay. None is less than 100, so I'm good to go. Please don't forget to get the course, because in the course everything is well detailed and well explained. Yes, everything is well detailed and well explained. Somehow I'm quite rushing here, but in the course I explain every single thing in detail. So if you shake, none of them is less than 100. I'm having 2y16, so I'll click on what, okay. I'll click on what, okay. So I'll like to shake this, I'll like to shake this, right click on what, section design. So click on section design. So I'm having this. So if I'm having this, what I'll come over and click on standard pattern 5. Standard pattern 5. Let's wait for it. Okay, I'm having 2y16, everything is 2y16, so I'm good to go. 2y16, everything is 2y16, so I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I'll click on what, okay. So at this point, I believe that on your own you can carry out the remaining beam. You can finish up the remaining beam interactive design. Yeah, you can finish up the remaining beam interactive design. So click on standard pattern 5. Let's wait for it. Yeah, but you can still get the paid course and learn everything in detail. So if I see here, I'm not having anything less than 100, so I'm good to go. So I'll also click on what, okay. So at this point, I'll be going over to our column to check our column. I'll be going over to column to check column too. So I'd like to start with this column. I'll click on what, section design. Click on section design. So let's wait for our column to open. But please, if you want to understand every single thing in detail, get the paid course. So we have done this. Everything is passing. Yes, everything is passing. So we are good to go. And if you look at the utility ratio, our utility ratio is 0.38. Please make sure that your utility ratio is not above 1. Yeah, it should not be above 1. It should not be, so it should not be more than 1. Then let's just click on interactive design and let me show you something. Okay, 4y16 is still, I'm still good to go. Even okay, in this case, when this is called standard column. Okay, we know we have two type of column. We have okay, we have two type of column. We have short column and we have long column. Short column faced by squashing is faced by, so that's why I say get the paid course. Get the paid course. Yeah, because all these things are well detailed and well explained in the paid course. So why a long column faced by slenderness, that I say it is bent, it will just bend, or it faced by buckling, yeah, it will just buckle or it will just bend. That's what slenderness. So in this case, they are trying to tell you that since we are seeing slanted column here, it means that this is a long column. Yeah, you know we have two type, long and short column. It means that this is a long column. So this is less than 1 is okay. Why this is above 1? Yes, why this is above 1? I'll say advise you to leave it at above 1, because if you start, because some people tell you to be increasing. If it's above 1, you should increase the dimension. Okay, sometimes if you increase the dimension, you see that it won't even pass. Yeah, out of experience, you see that it won't even pass. But what does it mean? What does it mean for it? What does it mean for? But normally this should be less than 1. It should be less than 1. But even if it's above 1, you can still leave it like that. Okay, what does it mean that for it to be above 1? It means that the column will buckle or will slant, or like it will buckle while carrying the load. But this 1.64 will be very invisible to the eyes. It will be very invisible to the eyes, to the extent that it just like so if something buckles by 1 millimeter, your eye cannot detect that buckle. If for example now, you know that every building settles, after construction, give it 2 months, that building must surely settle. But the thing that you will not notice that building settles, because it settles in millimeter. So this buckling now, you will not be able to see it with your eyes, because it is millimeter. That's why I say get the paid course, because all these things are well explained in the paid course. So even if it fails already, so just leave it. Yeah, just leave it. But if you want to learn more about it, if you want to learn more about all these things, get the paid course. So this is it. I'll click on what, okay. My utility ratio is less than 1. I'll also click on what, okay. So I'll just take few more columns. And then short and then conclude. I will right click again, this center column, click on what session design, click on session design. Let's wait for it. I'm having utility ratio is what 0.6. So if you see that the former one, our utility ratio is what 0.3. Why this one is 0.6? I'll see explain the reason for that. Don't worry, I'll see explain the reason for that, but you can still get the paid cost and then all these things. So this one is 1.9 and 2.1. Still leave it like that, still leave it like that. It will not be visible to the eye, so still leave it like that. So I'll still come and click on what okay, and then I'll click on no. Okay, so this one now, why do we have utility ratio here at 0.3? Is because this one is carrying less load. If you see, it is carrying the load coming from this slab and then this slab, that's this column. Why this column now? We have the utility ratio to be 0.6 because it's carrying a much heavier load, because it's carrying the load coming from this slab, and this slab. So load is coming from all directions. Why this one, the load is coming from just a single direction. Please make sure that your utility ratio is not above 1. But if you want to know what utility ratio is all about, I will say advice, get the paid course. Yeah, get the paid course. Yeah, it explains every single thing in it, what utility ratio is all about, how to, like, what is all about. You get the paid course and learn every single thing in detail. So then I'll also click on this, right click on this, and two, the link to the paid course is in this video description. In case you need the paid course, the link is in this video description, and I will advise you get it. So I'll click on section design. Maybe after this I will do one of the columns and then conclude. So I'm having this utility ratio is 0.45. Interactive design, let's check, 2.8 is still okay. I'll click on what okay. I'll click on it. When you should be concerned about that, when you should be concerned about this now, when you should be concerned about this is as me as saying something like 9 greater than 1, 10 greater than 1. That means it's not much. It's not much. So but as for now, you should not be concerned about this. I'll click on okay. I'll click on okay, but you can still get the course and learn all this in detail and still understand all this thing. So okay, let me just go to story 2 and then do one of the beam and then do one of the slab and then conclude this video. I'll double click, let's wait for it. So this is now story 2. I'll like to do one of the beam, so I'll like to go with this. I'll right click on what session design, click on session design. So let's wait for it. This is what we're having right now. It's sent, you just click on pattern 8, pattern 5, it will arrange every single thing. Then check is anyone less than 100, so I'm good to go. I'll click on what okay. So I'll click on okay, so I'm good to go. I will just do one column. I'll right to do this column. Right click, and then after this we'll come to the end of this. We come to the end of the video, but don't forget to get the paid course. So utility ratio 0.25, 0.27, and then I'm having 2 points and 1 point, so I'm still okay. Remember I told you if it's above 10 and above, that's when you should be concerned, but for 2 and 3, yeah, you should not be concerned. I'll click on okay. So right now we have come to the end of this. We have done our interactive design. Now on your own you can get the CAD file of this on your own. Then you now do the interactive design of all of them on your own. So coming over to our 3D view, this is what we're having in our 3D view. All of them pass. So our next video will be about slab design, but don't forget to get the paid course and master structural design and detailing. It's very, very affordable, and it comes with a lot of bonuses: free CV templates, free detailing templates, and then like it comes with every single thing that you can think of. Yeah, everything that you require, everything that is being needed in that course has been made available. So get the course and practice and learn. Invest in yourself, because your future self will thank you for this action that you're about to take today.